Before starting, put the auto-generated YouTube subtitles in French or your mother tongue to get everything. And slow down or speed up the pace as needed. If you don't have time to watch it, just listen this video as a podcast while doing something else. Now listen and learn English as exploring our world. From the moment we first looked to the skies, humans have been captivated by the dream of flight. The ability to soar above the earth, to conquer gravity itself, has always held a certain magic, but along with this wonder comes a sense of mystery, of the unknown. For as long as we've taken to the air, stories have circulated. Stories of strange occurrences, unexplained events, and chilling encounters at 30,000 feet. These are not simply tales of mechanical failure or human error. These are the whispers of something more, something that speaks to the deepest parts of our imagination, our fears, and our fascination with the boundless realms above. Join us now as we explore the top 10 urban legends of flying tales that will give you chills and make you question everything you thought you knew about the world above the clouds. On a dark December night in 1972, Eastern Airlines Flight 401, a Lockheed L-1011 TriStar, was making its final approach into Miami International Airport. A seemingly minor technical issue, a faulty landing gear indicator light, distracted the crew as they descended through the night sky. Unbeknownst to them, their attention to this one problem would lead to a catastrophic oversight. While the pilots and flight engineer grappled with the malfunctioning light, their altitude steadily dropped. The once mighty TriStar, carrying over 170 souls, slipped silently towards the unforgiving darkness of the Florida Everglades. The resulting crash was devastating. Yet from the wreckage arose something even more unsettling, a series of chilling tales that would haunt the airline industry for years to come. In the months following the tragedy, whispers began to circulate among Eastern Airlines crew members. Stories of strange sightings, of ghostly apparitions appearing on other aircraft, particularly those carrying salvage parts from the ill-fated Flight 401. Some reported seeing the spectral form of Captain Bob Loft, his familiar features etched with a look of urgent concern. Others claimed to have encountered the ghost of flight engineer Don Repo, his voice a low murmur, warning of impending dangers. Were these sightings merely the product of grief, the traumatized minds of those touched by the tragedy? Or did some essence of the Flight 401 crew remain, their spirits bound to the salvaged parts of their final aircraft? Whatever the truth, the stories of the ghosts of Flight 401 remain one of aviation's most enduring and unsettling mysteries. The image is a striking one. A clear blue sky suddenly filled with hundreds, perhaps thousands of writhing serpents raining down upon an unsuspecting populace. This terrifying scenario, while the stuff of nightmares, has taken root in the public imagination as a persistent urban legend. The story typically involves a plane, often military in nature, experiencing some sort of malfunction that forces the crew to jettison their unusual cargo crates upon crates of venomous snakes. The location of the supposed reptilian air raid varies depending on who tells the tale. Some place it in remote jungles, others in sleepy suburban towns. But the core elements remain the same: an unexpected downpour of deadly creatures from the sky. But is there any truth to this slithering tale? Could a plane truly become an airborne serpent dispenser, unleashing scaly terror upon the world below? Despite its widespread popularity, particularly on the internet, the story of snakes being dropped from planes is just that, a story. There is no documented evidence, no credible eyewitness accounts, and no logical reason why such an event would ever occur. The logistics alone are simply implausible. Transporting live snakes, especially in large numbers, requires specialized containers and careful handling to ensure their well-being. It's highly unlikely any aircraft would be carrying such a cargo, let alone jettisoning it mid-flight. Furthermore, no reputable news organization, aviation authority, or wildlife agency has ever confirmed such an incident. The story appears to be a modern fabrication, spread through word of mouth and amplified by the internet's ability to turn the outlandish into the believable. While the image of snakes raining from the sky may continue to send shivers down our spines, it's important to remember that sometimes the most terrifying tales are nothing more than flights of fancy. Our world is full of mysteries, stories that defy explanation. One such tale takes us back to Tokyo in 1960. A man arrived at Haneda Airport, seemingly out of thin air. He carried a passport from a nation called Tared. The customs officials were baffled. They had never heard of such a country. The man insisted it was between France and Spain. The next morning the man had vanished. He was gone, leaving no trace. Some whisper of parallel universes, others of a hoax. The tale serves as a reminder of the vast unknown. The sky, a symbol of freedom, also holds the unknown. One such mystery is Pan Am Flight 914. In 1955, it vanished en route from New York to Miami. The plane disappeared from radar, sparking a frantic search. Declared lost, it became a tragic aviation mystery. But in 1992, a vintage Pan Am plane appeared in Caracas. The pilot claimed to be from the lost flight, requesting to land. Passengers dressed in 1950s attire were equally bewildered. Our planet is adorned with places of intrigue, shrouded in mystery and folklore. One such place is the Bermuda Triangle, where reality and legend intertwine. Known for treacherous waters and unpredictable weather, it's synonymous with unexplained disappearances. Aircraft vanish from radar, swallowed by the sky. Theories range from magnetic anomalies to extraterrestrial intervention. Yet, the region is no more prone to disappearances than other heavily trafficked areas. The legend serves as a reminder of our fascination with the unexplained. The skies above us, vast and seemingly endless, can also be a place of profound mystery. When an aircraft vanishes without a trace, like the ill-fated MH370, it leaves behind a void filled with unanswered questions and a deep sense of unease. In the wake of such tragedies, whispers emerge from the fringes of aviation, stories of spectral passengers, their presence felt but never fully seen. At airport gates, figures appear in the corner of the eye, resembling those lost, only to vanish when approached. On board other flights, passengers report a feeling of being watched, an unexplainable chill, or even catching glimpses of unfamiliar faces that match the descriptions of those who disappeared. Are these sightings mere tricks of a grieving mind, desperate for answers, or could they be something more? While there is no scientific basis for these ghostly encounters, the human mind, in its grief and bewilderment, may be prone to interpreting the world around it in ways that defy rational explanation. The idea of ghost passengers taps into our deepest fears about the fragility of life and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. It's a stark reminder that for some, the journey does not end with a safe landing. The stories, passed from pilot to pilot, from passenger to passenger, take on a life of their own. They become woven into the fabric of aviation folklore, a chilling reminder of the unknown depths that lie beyond our earthly realm. While we may never know for certain if these ghostly figures are real or simply figments of our collective imagination, their presence in these tales speaks volumes about the profound impact of loss and the enduring human need to make sense of the inexplicable. Perhaps in the end, these stories serve as a poignant tribute to those who vanished into the skies, their memories lingering like whispers in the wind. Airports, those bustling hubs of modern travel, are often seen as places of departure and arrival. Yet beneath the surface, some whisper that these modern marvels are built upon ancient secrets. Reports of strange noises, flickering lights, and shadowy figures wandering terminals at the witching hour have become commonplace. Could there be a darker truth lurking beneath the tarmac, a connection to the past that refuses to be silenced? For in the end, we are all merely temporary inhabitants of this earth, our lives fleeting moments in the grand tapestry of time. High above the earth, encased in a metal tube hurtling through the sky, the modern airliner is a marvel of engineering. Yet, for some, a primal fear lingers, a fear fueled by Hollywood blockbusters and urban legends whispered in hushed tones. Could someone, driven by madness or malice, open an emergency exit door mid-flight, unleashing chaos and catastrophe? The answer, reassuringly, is a resounding no. The very design of these aircraft makes such a scenario physically impossible. The cabin doors are not merely closed, they are pulled inward and locked into place by a complex system of latches and gears. Furthermore, the cabin is pressurized at high altitudes, creating a significant pressure difference between the inside and the outside of the aircraft. This pressure differential acts like an invisible force, pushing against the door with tons of force, ensuring it remains firmly shut. Even if someone possessed superhuman strength, the laws of physics are unwavering. To open the door would be akin to pushing against an immovable wall, a futile and ultimately harmless endeavor. The enduring myth of opening an airplane door mid-flight persists, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Perhaps it stems from a primal fear of the unknown, a lack of understanding of the complex systems that keep us safe in the skies. It's important to remember that every aspect of an aircraft's design, from the wings to the engines to the seemingly insignificant door mechanisms, has been meticulously engineered and rigorously tested to withstand the extreme conditions of flight. The safety of passengers and crew is paramount, and aircraft manufacturers go to extraordinary lengths to ensure that even the most unlikely scenarios are accounted for. The myth of the open door serves as a reminder that sometimes our fears are unfounded, our anxieties rooted in misconception rather than reality. So the next time you find yourself soaring through the clouds, rest assured that the emergency exit door is not a portal to disaster, but a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of safety in the face of the unknown. The confined spaces of an aircraft hurtling through the sky at hundreds of miles per hour can be a breeding ground for anxiety, and few things inspire more trepidation than the humble airplane toilet. Whispers abound of their powerful flush, a force so strong it could supposedly pull a passenger into the abyss. These fears, while understandable, are rooted more in fiction than fact. The truth, as is often the case, is far less dramatic. While the vacuum flush employed by aircraft lavatories is indeed powerful, it is engineered with a crucial element of safety. The system relies on a differential in air pressure, creating a suction effect that whisks waste away with remarkable efficiency. However, the diameter of the toilet bowl and the force of the suction are carefully calculated to prevent any unwanted mishaps. Rest assured, dear viewer, you are in no danger of being sucked into the void while answering nature's call at 30,000 feet. The enduring myth of the all-powerful airplane toilet likely stems from a combination of factors. The unusual sound of the vacuum flush, a stark contrast to the gentle gurgle of its terrestrial counterparts, undoubtedly contributes to the unease. Furthermore, the confined nature of an aircraft lavatory, coupled with the inherent strangeness of attending to such matters while soaring through the air, can heighten anxieties and lend credence to outlandish tales. But let us not forget that aircraft and all their intricate systems are marvels of engineering, designed with passenger safety paramount. Every aspect, from the wings that lift us skyward to the toilets that dispose of our waste, undergoes rigorous testing and adheres to stringent safety regulations. So, the next time you find yourself confronted with the mysteries of the aircraft lavatory, fear not. Take comfort in the knowledge that you are experiencing a triumph of engineering, not a portal to a watery doom. The miracle of birth knows no bounds. It can occur even amidst the clouds, thousands of feet above the earth. When a child is born on a plane, it sparks excitement and speculation. Do they get free flights for life? The answer is not simple. There's no universal law. Some airlines offer lifetime free travel, but it's rare. More often, modest tokens of appreciation are given. A life that began amidst the clouds is a testament to boundless possibilities. As we conclude our journey through the realm of aviation urban legends, we are reminded that even the most technologically advanced forms of travel are not immune to the allure of a good story. Some tales, passed down through generations of nervous flyers, are pure fabrications, spun from fear and misunderstanding. Others, while rooted in some element of truth, have become distorted over time, their edges blurred by exaggeration and the human penchant for embellishment. Yet regardless of their veracity, these stories serve a valuable purpose. They remind us that even in an age of scientific enlightenment, the human imagination remains a powerful force, capable of transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. The allure of the unknown, the thrill of a mystery. These are the elements that breathe life into urban legends and keep us gazing skyward, filled with a sense of wonder and a touch of trepidation. So, the next time you find yourself aboard an aircraft hurtling through the sky, remember the stories we've explored. Which myth surprised you the most? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that blur the line between fact and folklore.